Divine 5. What's your hero in here? Tiny. Divine 5, Tiny, right? Radiant
You want a
Seed.
bag? I can get you a bag. What kind of bag?
Prepare for battle!
So, what's your comment about this game? Your comment about this game is we won the game, so I just want to know what I can improve on in terms of warding and map movement and see what mistakes I've made throughout the game. So it's more of a refining your map movement then, which is actually nice because if you're going to go higher in the bracket wise, it's not gonna be easy. Um, First thing first, Nell, since we're talking about tiny pause for something that relies so much on the blink dagger, you need to have a very good timing with your blink dagger, and then you need to find the proper targets. Like going on a Tinker, Winter Wyvern,
The
Hoodwink.
map of all of time
You should
unfolds
only go
before
to
me
the
in
void
lines that
if
streak across the
you can
astral
definitely go
plane.
on the Faceless Void. If you fail to burst the void, you will end up wasting your mana. I think he already scouted you. He's just pretending that he didn't see you in there. What are you doing in here? So basically, you have Observer and then Sentry, and you decided to play in here. Um, what's the purpose of this vision?
The map of all of time
What's the purpose of this
unfolds
vision?
before me in lines that streak across the astral
I don't
plane.
get it. I mean, yeah, possibly you just want to scout if someone will try to go for pull in here, and also here as well for stacking, and here, possibly, right? But this is actually much easier to deward. Um, that's how I ward as phosphor, so
30
I'm aware
seconds
on the
to
warding
battle.
places. Yeah, this is really easy to deward though. And if the enemy, if I think it's not enough in here. If they place Sentry in here or here.
It's in the
Um,
bag.
since you're going to play like the Slardar and then Tiny on the offline, and then possibly you're up against Faceless Void and this guy 7 dust. I played with this guy. He's really bad. He's muted. Possibly Winter Wyvern or Hoodwink, which both squishy heroes. Um, I would suggest that you go for deeper vision, especially um for the couriers in here. Couriers in here. It's actually much more aggressive rather than playing in here. If you or even here as well.
The battle
Because the moment
begins!
that the support of the Faceless Void will try to pull, you'll have an idea about their position, and since you have boots early on, you can actually go on the Faceless Void. And we're talking about Slardar, right? Level 2, you can actually kill this guy. Faceless Void or support itself. If they're out of position, you can easily kill them. But yeah, I think this observer is really bad. You can either put it in here or here or here. Much more aggressive because all you need to do is separate the carry from the support, and then you can go on him, right? Especially you're tiny with boots.
That was not wise.
Another thing that I'm actually recommending if you're a support that will play or that wants to go for tranquil boots is to actually cut wave the second wave in here.
Proper
Um,
scouts.
in that way you will have like full HP, or I mean not full HP but full levels, and possibly you'll be able to finish your tranquil boots as well in there. Unless the support will contest you in here and then deny a few creeps. But if you get away with it, you'll complete your tranquils like really early on with just full wave, and then you'll get level 2. It's really important on Tiny to get level 2 because of the skill sets. Then my offlane will shout at me. It's not gonna happen if you communicated with your offlane first. Um, as we all know, the Faceless Void went for the Time Walk, and then this guy went for the Arctic Burn. And once the Arctic Burn is down, here at this point, the cooldown is actually 42 seconds, right? So you can actually try to contest this Winter Wyvern right now, and then once the Arctic Burn is gone, there's no more kill threats on this Lardor, right? No more. You can actually do something more, do better job in here, like pull the wave in here, and get your faster tranquils. Because once you have tranquils, the only problem that you'll have is only mana or experience. Yeah, mana. And then level 2, you can easily roam around, and we're talking about Tinker as well, right? If you don't roam and contest the stacks for the Tinker, you are not going to delay his timing. And another thing that I saw in here, Nell, let's say it here one more time. So here, you saw the Winter Wyvern, right? You saw him, you're attacking. Maybe toss him now. Toss him to Faceless Void right now. In that way, you will be able to deal damage with the both the Winter Wyvern and then Faceless Void. Possibly the Faceless Void will go for Time Walk away, but at least you force him to use it, and then you are not being passive at the moment. So you could take advantage of your 0.8 mana regen on your hero, at least,
Caught you in your style.
instead of just right clicking. The Winter Wyvern already uses spell, and it's going on cooldown now for like 3 seconds.
Did we?
And then up until now, you didn't use any spells, which is not good. It's kind of, and possibly he know as well that this is warded because he didn't
What just happened?
he didn't bother block it earlier. So what they're going to do right now? You going to pull it or what? You're acting like you're going to pull, and you stop it. Since you're still level 1, you cannot really. Yeah, this should be done much earlier. Body blocking? No, no follow up. Just right click. Just right click. Slider level 2, you're still level 1. And the Winter is level 2 now. But you're still level 1. You cannot really get something done in here. You can toss the guy. Yeah? Can you actually finish it? I think you can, yeah. It's Lardor after all. And the waste of mana. That's waste of mana, bro. Since your Lardor is going back to secure the creeps in there, you should not use it. It's 120 as well. And you're spending your clarity now. Do you get my point in there, Nell, earlier at level 1? In here? The crypt dragging in there? And then put it in here? Right? Because the moment that you got level 2, same thing with Slardor, that's the time that the enemy should be afraid of you. Like any one mispositioning, they will fucking die in that lane. That's how important levels are in the early game. So I'm not sure if the if what you said that the Slardor will shout at you. I think he will actually appreciate if you do that, because as an offlane player as well, I really want you to get level 2 because he went for level 1 bash as well, right? So since you both contested with the lane creeps and experience, he did not get the level 2
My path leads
early.
to riches.
Good morning, Molly. You smoke, you didn't even TP. You're smoking to the Tinker, right? That's way too early smoke for me. It's kind of obvious in the for the dire side at least, like you died, and there's no way that this one will succeed because the enemy is already aware of your death, and possibly you can TP refill or gank like this, but yeah, this is overstepping. You toss him instead of the other way around. You have boots and then windlays. Why you're panicking? Don't rush it. 335, 360, and then now you are going to contest the experience as well. Level 5, level 5. It's actually a kill in here. If you didn't rush in here, if you proceed to, he's still too far from the tower, right? Even if he is under tower, you can still dive it and then tank it. You have like 900 HP, so it doesn't make sense for me for you to rush it. That's a kill right there. Only if you're being patient, of course. So yeah, those small mistakes will really add up later into the game, and possibly the Void is kind of mad at you since you failed with a gank, and Slardar is mad at you as well because you left him alone, even though he is really strong in this lane. And yeah, they destroyed your observer. It's so easy, right? Okay, you got time dilation. Look at this Faceless Void, it's really bad. That's why I have him muted. I mean, if I'm the Faceless Void in there, it's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna die in there. 5 minutes, crank kills. And I think you are going to give it to him. And this is the time that you should go for smoke and then provide deep vision. Possibly for the Tinker. Where are you going? This has been dewarded. Although you can put another server in there. Yeah, this one is much better. Because you're looking forward to kill this guy. This guy is gonna farm until he got boost of travels. And you could actually go in there, but still fine. He did a good job. Why are you so obsessed in trying to block the small camp? It's already 6 minutes into the game. Remember what happened when you killed the Faceless Void right there? The Winter Wyvern is pulling, and that's the time that you go to the Faceless Void. So if you allow this Faceless Void to, or the Winter Wyvern to pull again, that will give the opportunity for the Slardar to go on the Faceless Void. Especially in a 1v1 matchup, this is gonna happen like all the fucking time. No, disengage. I was actually laughing at you. You can actually toss him, toss the Winter to him. One of the issues that I'm seeing in your Winter Wyvern or on your Tiny gameplay is that you're not looking into the enemy's stats. Sit right here. At this point, he got no more mana. 60, 120. Slardar is getting like crush in 1 second. So if you actually toss the Winter Wyvern to him, possibly he'll be able to use the crush, and then the right click is not gonna be enough because it's only 53. I think he will just run away instead of trying to fight back in there. And then you have like the trees in here as well. But the purpose is having the Winter Wyvern to be out of place and be afraid. What's up? Let's keep going. What? The catapult is going for the range grips, right? Last 6. Catapult. Yeah. Maybe clarity now? When are you going to use your clarity? Last set. Yep. Deny. Get back now. Void is back. So is Winter Wyvern in here. We saw him. Good control. Slardar will TP in here. Hoodwink. Is he stacking in there? Only one stack. Took the tome. Vayne is actually getting the levels in there, in the bottom, which is actually fine. So he will get like faster level 6. But in this case, do you really need to use your spells in there? What's the item that you're going to get? Clarity. You're gonna be useless in here. The Void Spirit is the one that will come in here. Go, go, go. Kill him. Maybe scan? Scan? He's gone. Ah, he's back. Look back for your Slarder. Night Stalker is in here.
Thank you.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
For you anywhere.
That's rude. No, it's not. But I feel like you should have tried to go for the spells in there earlier, because I'm really concerned about your mana pool in that particular time. What if they bring more people? What if the Night Stalker is much earlier? In that engagement. Yeah, they're not reacting, Mole. Let them be. They committed their ulti. In the camp, yes, in that camp.
War has come to Radiant's
I feel like it's not needed. Because the Void Spirit alone can finish it. It's only a good thing. Yeah, but it's only a good thing that the Slarder survived longer. Because the enemy is not coordinated as well. Like they didn't bring the Night Stalker much earlier. But if this is in higher rank game, possibly the stacks are awarded, and then they are going to make moves like much sooner and much coordinated. Plus avalanche build. There's the Hoodwink in there. Keep lassering. Sentry. No sentry. It's fine. That's it. Yep. Maybe stack in the right side, in the large camp. So there is the Night Stalker and then the Hoodwink. If I were you, I will not. Nah, it's fine. Hoodwink went to top. So it's only Night Stalker. You're afraid of Night Stalker? It's getting morning and then he uses ulti. So you actually won the top lane, Nell. But I feel like it should be you should get more than this. Like, what are the kill score in here? I mean, yeah, you shut down the Faceless Void, but I think it should be much earlier. Especially at level 2. And please, yeah, it's fine. He already got level 6. I didn't realize. Farmir Blink. Are going to pull, maybe? Stack. Stack. It's too early. Okay. Nice double stack. Yep. Arcane Ring. Are you gonna farm it or not? Nah, you're not. Avalanche. Don't toss yet. But it's fine. The damage is enough. Did he have any... Yeah. Get bursted. You should farm your Blink now. But the problem that I'm seeing right now here, Nell, is that you guys are focusing too much on the Faceless Void, right? You sort of Faceless Void and still go on Faceless Void, even though they don't have the Night Stalker's ulti earlier. I feel like you should go to the mid and find the Tinker earlier. That's what I feel about this game, especially here in this area. So if you play around here. Right here, you can easily connect to top and then mid. Although here, you're actually getting kills in here. Slarder is ready as well. But you're not getting proper objectives. Like here. Even if you take this building, I don't think you can actually contest in here. Like, invade it in here. So let's see it here. Where's your time? You don't have mana. Maybe assist only? No. Still no mana. Arcane ring? Arcane ring. Then toss. Arcane ring.
What just happened? Dire's top tower is under attack.
You actually got ahead because of this. And then you're gonna you're gonna reach it. Denied. Chronosphere, this is much more space. It's actually fine. I like it. Although the enemy is just getting whatever they can to get kills, to get golds. The question is here how you guys are going to play knowing that there's no Dark Ascension on the Night Stalker and Chronosphere on the Faceless Void. That's the question right there. So, dead Hoodwink? Going to TP? Just walk. What? Why you wasted your TP in there? Back? That's it?
What it used to be. That is for certain.
And yeah, smoke. Yeah, should smoke. What the fuck? Didn't go for stun or anything? That's really bad. But I think it's still fine. Stun. Oof. The armor reduction is so fucking good. But yeah, it's still playing in bottom area though. Get some mana, maybe? He will fly away. Nice stun. And he's fucking good. He's dead, he's dead. Sentry in there. Maybe stack it first since you're going to contest. Good thing Terrorblade actually abuses the space. You got 2 towers in one. Stack. Why there's no sound when someone sub? Wait, is there an actual? Maybe it's something to do with the Streamlabs. Yeah, there's no sound. I didn't hear anything as well. But yeah, I can see it here now when I switch tab.
It's not even.
Taking stacks in here. Thanks for the gift, Molly.
It's not even my birthday.
What happened? Why you guys are diving? They have all of their spells now. Chronosphere inside one of them. Do you know what went wrong in here? What went wrong in this one? Like, Tinker just respawned, right? Tinker just respawned. You are taking their ancient stacks. Tinker showed to the mid lane, and then here, you place an observer, and then you saw the Hoodwink. The question is, yeah, you're pinging the enemy, but your spell usage in here. You immediately use the avalanche and then toss, hoping that you could burst the enemy. One of the things that you can do in here is actually check the items of the Hoodwink. If he got this infused raindrops, it's gonna be much harder for you to burst someone with your toss avalanche combo. But if you just go for if you just go for avalanche in here when you blink in, like this. If you just provide control instead of bursting the Hoodwink, like here. Because there's so many things that I have it here in mind. Like Night Stalker is dead, Winter dead, Tinker just went to mid, Faceless Void possibly farming, and then Hoodwink. So basically, there's no one that can help this guy, right? Since you don't actually check the stats or the inventory of the enemy, you're not maximizing your potential on your hero. Here, Since he is attacking your observer, you can just try to avalanche him first. Avalanche him. Okay. After you avalanche, I suggest you go walk in here because he's going to use
It's
his
not even
stun
my birthday.
as well. So here, if you run in here, there's no trees, and the hoodwink fully knows that your team is in here, right? Clearing the stacks, and then this larder is here. So if you just went for avalanche in here, walk in here, the Slardar will be able to blink in. Even if it's short, you can toss the hoodwink back to the Slardar. And in that case, you're not going to waste more time like this because the Terrorblade is busy clearing the Ancients and running out on the Metamorphosis. So this Terrorblade is gone for the fight. Same thing for this guy, no Fiend's Grip. And yeah, you got baited in. You wasted time, the enemy respond, and they're retaliating right now. Although your Void Spirit managed to kill the guy, but he's out as well. No more Astral Step, no more mobility. You died in the process. Possibly, yeah, good thing. Only tiny death in here.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
But you didn't force anything like any big spells in here aside from this Dark Ascension.
Now this is a
And it's still nighttime. And what happened in here is that since this one happened, you basically lost control of this area, of this part of the map, because you guys are forced to back out. Right? Is this paid coaching or Ogre Boys? This is actually free replay analysis only, Muli, because he's not available last Saturday. This is Nell, one of my guildmates. And yeah, he said that he is available now, so I'm taking it now. So since you've lost control in here, the enemy has enough room for breathing, like farming in here, pushing in here as well, like here in bottom. All right, if you just kill that hoodwink like properly and did not waste so much spells on the Void Spirit, possibly it's not, the map will not be resetted like this. And yeah, out of position players now, and the enemy still has Chronosphere and then Tinker, and yeah, since you're dead, no TP, you cannot help. Both scores will die. Oof. Possibly you're going to sag in here. It seems like you want to go for Veil of Discord just to have more burst potential on your Tiny, I guess. If you're going to play Veil of Discord, I think it's not gonna be that great in this particular game. Instead of playing for Veil of Discord, I would suggest that you go for other items such as Force Staff in this game. Force Staff fuels. What are the good things about those items? First is the Force Staff against Night Stalker. Force Staffing the enemy as well out. Like here, Force Staff. Force Staff is really good value in here, mainly because of the Night Stalker, and then mobility. You know, enemy don't have that that tankiness. It's only more of a more of the Night Stalker. Observer is gone. They're still hitting the Sentry. Okay. You can actually go for Roshan, but yeah, maybe your team is not afraid or afraid of it. Yeah, you don't have vision. I mean, if you have vision right there, it can melt immediately because of the corrosive haze. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the Veil of Discord second item as Tiny in this lineup. Riftling Fear, Bushwhack, also the Splinter's Blast, Splinter's Curse, and then the Arctic Burn. Time Dilation as well. So,
Dire's top tower has fallen.
I would suggest that with your Tiny, you go for more of a utility build, like repositioning kind of guy, instead of trying to burst people down. Even though the Hoodwink is dead, you're still using your toss, and you stole the kills. If you didn't use the toss right there, you will not get the kill, and also with the right click, of course. Good micromanagement now of your courier. I like it. I like it. Do you get my point up now about the usage of your hero right now? Like your spell specifically? Nice avalanche. Yeah, you could play more of a control. That's a time that you could actually. Nah, but it's too far. Wait. So here, let's see it one more time. They're getting engaged. Usually, I feel like you're kind of early with your Blink Dagger, and then you focus on saving this Slardar first, and then stopping the Void from doing damage, and ended up in a really bad spot since you already committed your Blink. I'm here. Since you scouted their heroes, like the Winter Wyvern, faces Void, and then Chronosphere in here. Wait, what's your what did you do with here? With your Blink Dagger? Do you know this mechanic in here, Nell? Like, if you blink outside of the max range, it will be 4/5 of the range only. It's kind of short in here when you use it. Where is it? Look at the range in here. You're kind of short with the blink. And it's kind of early. To me, what I do in here in these cases is that when I issued my hero to go here, let's say here, now what I'm gonna do in here is that I'm gonna hover my mouse in here since my hero is already moving to that area, and since I'm hovering my mouse in here, you would see the maximum range of the Blink Dagger. And that's a time that when I knew it's the perfect time for me to blink in, I will use it now. And also maximizing the distance of your Blink Dagger. So instead of you trying to just blink in, you know, like outside of the max range, try to maximize it, because instead of blinking into 1200 units or 1200 units, you are just limiting or reducing the range of your Blink Dagger with that kind of approach with your tiny. I can show it in your in the demo hero later on. But aside from this casting on your Blink Dagger, trying to stop the Void into killing the Slardar is not beneficial as well. Aside from that, the enemy actually scouted you in here with the creeps, right? So I would go for wait for the enemy, especially on the Tinker here. Keep waiting on the Tinker and then find the Tinker if possible. Only if possible, of course. It's kind of read on the map basically on your gameplay, like also your patience with the hero, like with the spell usage. Even if you have Blink Dagger, like you're tiny, you're kind of tanky, you don't always need to go like immediately. You need to do some trade. Let's say you're giving away the Slardar's life, but in that process, the Faceless Void will stay longer inside of the Chronosphere, and that's a time that you can actually close the distance and burst the guy, so he doesn't need to escape like this and then waste some time. Like, sacrifice your Slardar for securing the kill on the Faceless Void. Although you managed to secure the kill on the Faceless Void, but it took you longer than it should be. And possibly, you know, the enemy could buy back or anything like that. But of course, it didn't happen in here. But yeah, more of a patience, and then prioritizing the targets as well, and then knowing what will happen next. Shadow Blade. You're really going for sneaky or burst potential hero on this guy. You really want to go all in with your Blink Dagger. If you go all in with your Blink Dagger, Tiny, and then burst potential, if you fail to burst the hero, you're kind of useless because you need to wait for like 14, 11, and then 15 seconds in order to go again. Nice catch. Maybe go for Roshan now? No Chronosphere, after all. Make a call, go for Roshan. Ano yun? Ano daw? Naririnig ko na yung song na Just Once sa loop.
Middle tower is under attack.
Ayun na. Kawawa, puro talo. Imagine if you have 4 staff. But yeah, it's fine. Now, good 4 staff. Can you actually burst the guy? He will Chrono. Tinker is here. Sleeping, yeah. You don't have a toss yet, but I think you can go right now. Toss, nice. Winter Wyvern. You're gonna die. You should die. He's, yeah, bashes. Finally. And you're dead. Shadow Amulet? Wait, why is going for Aghanim? Ah, they updated it. But I don't think it's actually that great because of the spells of the enemy. Why they're forcing it too much? Especially in mid. They should just go for the Roshan. When you kill the Tinker, you should go for Roshan right there. Because it's gonna be much easier for you to win a fight if they are the one that will come into you instead of the chasing them out. He didn't sleep the Void, but it's fine. I mean the Void Spirit. Double stun, yeah. Oof. He survived. Time dilation. Tinker. You need to find Tinker. Go for Roshan, please. They cannot rearm. Toss. Ah, he's dead. Do you actually need to use Avalanche right there? I think it's not needed. It's not needed. This guy is dead. Right? This guy is dead. Just go in the Void. Yeah? Go in Void. Go in Void, Avalanche, and then toss the Slardar. Like after avalanching the wait. After avalanching this Void, you go to the right side and then toss this Slardar because I'm sure he's not yet. But possibly he will be able to stack up the Bash of the Deep in there. But when it comes to your spell usage, please don't overkill someone. You could actually go for Nightmare in there as well. Avalanche. Yeah, if you Avalanche in the Void, possibly you could get closer, but not enough as well. Because he AFK'd for a little in there.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Like
maybe Roshan? Why you guys are not taking Roshan? I don't really get it.
If Dire's middle tower was worth a damn, it would still be standing.
This Observer is kind of gonna be useless now. It's gonna look bad. One reason is that you don't have any more objectives to take in here. Tier 2 mid is gone. The next logical objective in here is that your team is actually talking about it, so maybe plant Observer in here, or even take this, yeah? Here. You should plant the Observer right here instead of here. Because it's not gonna... There's no objective in here. This is the main purpose of Vision, objectives. But yeah, the enemy is actually weak now. They're not going to contest this. Then you can see them in the river observer. This is Void. Aegis. Wait, just wait for the next. Like, wait for the next meta. Hold on. Let me just check something in here, real quick. Here. So here, look at this one now. Look closely. So you can see the enemy right here, and then you're issuing an attack again in here. And look at your camera positioning now. Look at your camera, right? Even when you issued an attack right there, and the wards are not going anywhere soon, since they're static, your camera is only in here, in this frame, right? Only in here, which is really bad. Because here you're actually seeing the enemy right now, but you are not checking their items, or maybe maybe they're doing some observer in here. So if you actually look around here, you will be able to scout that thing, their observer in here. Only if you look in here instead of focusing your camera too much in this particular side of the map. So yeah, you don't have any idea about what happened. Your camera follows your hero. You don't know their items. You don't know if this area right now that you're walking is actually warded, so the Shadow Amulet is in there. That means the enemy can see you still, because they know that you're still in there, since it's Shadow Amulet. And yeah, you're not doing anything because the enemy can see you. I lost a game as Nyx with him, and now I'm afraid to play. Nyx is nothing. 7 wins in a row? That's actually impressive. Especially for you know, new to the hero. Like, number of matches wise. Sentry, observer, maybe on the high ground? No? You could actually plant it in the high ground in here. One of the reasons is that your team is kind of getting ready to go high ground, and you know that the enemy is gonna defend, in which they're going to play around here in this area, right? They're not going to play low ground. Therefore, this observer is gonna be useless. And another thing is that it's nighttime, right? The enemy possibly will not be able to see you in here unless they have observer ready in here, and then they scouted you. So yeah, this one is really bad observer, especially if you're planning to attempt if you're planning to go high ground. This observer is not doing anything. It's not giving any info about the enemy that you could potentially blink in.
Double damage.
So if you're going to plant observer in here, try to play like this, like immediately, because you would know if someone will leave the base, and then you can go back in there. Hoodwink is in here. Where are you? So here, let's see. We're kind of busy shopping. Look at the Hoodwink. They will nerf the next assassin to the ground. I don't think it's gonna happen soon, because they nerfed the hero already multiple times. BKB. Void. BKB for nothing. At least he survived. Yep, you guys are really ahead of the game. It's gonna be a mouse and cat game in here, like hide and seek now.
Much like Cornwood before
But if you have the sooner, if you have the ages much sooner, it's this situation right now. It's gonna be much faster to arrive if you got the ages much sooner. Ceremonial robe. Yeah, you're scouting them in there. Tinker. You actually have Shadow Blade. Maybe. Nah, that's warded. They got Sentry in there, so we cannot do anything about it. Are you sure? You just blink it. Blink out. Void is dead. That's why I have him muted. It feels like he's an account buyer. And he's smoking. Okay. Go on, Tinker. Easy game. The game is over at this point, Nell. I wonder if you have any questions for me. You are smoke in here. And you know that they are going to defend with the Tinker. So the question here is why you're going on this guy? This is only Hoodwink. This is Winter Wyvern. And Tinker is gonna defend. So if your Slardar is in here, you should go in here. Slardar is jumping, and then you're going to jump as well on the Hoodwink. It should be in here. To me, Nell, you're lacking with patience. To me, with your initiations, like whenever you see a hero, you always wanna go, which is not gonna. It's not gonna be helpful in the long run. In the later stages of your MMR grind, because if you will always go like this, I'm not sure if you are going to achieve results. So here, look at the info that you have. Slardar, the smoke of this guy broke, so that means that there are heroes in here. And then Terrorblade walked to the high ground, and this one is being scouted by Terrorblade, I think. Yeah. So Hoodwink stuns were underrated. It sucks on my past game, so I always get Hood first. It's not. I mean, yeah, that's totally understandable, but the thing is, you have Smoke and then you have Shadow Blade, right? And this is not the highest priority target that you could go. I will go for Tinker, Winter Wyvern, and then you can go for Hoodwink, Void, or Night Stalker, whatever it was. But that's the highest priority target that you could go. The Tinker, and then the Winter Wyvern. So that's my point in here. You're Smoke, you have the Shadow Blade, so be patient. If the Slardar will jump in here, all of their attention will be in here. They are going to look around this Night Stalker, and at that point you will take the opportunity to go in the other way for another form of initiations in here. So in that sense, there's the element of surprise, you know, and you're kind of unpredictable when it comes to your initiation, because they don't know if you're going to go in here as well, or you're here going here. I mean, you played with 3-digit ranks before, right? And also with our party, like the enemy really know which spells to use, which target to go on first, you know? And you're gonna die. Nah, you're not. You already won the game.
To heap upon it.
Hoodwink bought back. Yeah, the game is over at this game at this point. So, just want to know if you have any questions to me now. And I hope that your question has been answered, like with your comment for the game. You said here, I just want to know what I can improve in terms of warding and map movement. Yeah, warding. Yeah, I think it's clear when it comes to the warding. You only use the ward if there is objective to take. No ping, Zed. There's the announcement in Discord. When is the what is your picking order in here? Second phase. They actually first pick actually a Terrorblade. What the fuck is this? Did I play with this guy before? I mean, there's a lot of players that has this name, like one or go next, one or throw, two or throw. Carry mid. Those kind of players are kind of high ego. So yeah, I mean, it's natural. I mean, it's common in classic rank. But the thing is, you should know how to play your hero or your role regardless of the match. So in this game, I'm not impressed when it comes to your spell usage and then your hero priority on the enemy. And I hope you learned a lot when it comes to those things. Like spell usage and then hero priority. Because that's the biggest problem of your Tiny in here. The only good thing in this draft or in this game is that your Void Spirit and then Slardar really know the target every team fight. Whenever you fucked up in your initiation, they're the one that is actually cleaning your mess in there. Like the hoodwink on in the enemy triangle with the observer. Void Spirit cleaned up your mess right there. And yeah, he's forced to play Force Staff because no one has Force Staff. Imagine if you go for utility build like Force Staff fuels Lotus Orb. This Void Spirit will not go for A on this. Will not go for Force Staff. He would rather go for a different item like Octorian Core, Shiva's Guard, any aggressive item instead of defensive ones. Good adjustment from your mid. Although it's actually avoidable if you adjust it to your team, but yeah, you want to play burst, so I should spam Trent Dispatch because he is bad. Why would you spam a hero that is actually bad? I mean, Trent Protector is really, I don't know. I I don't like playing Trent Protector. There are times that I will play Trent Protector, but in the current meta, since people are having high range initiations and then high burst, the Trent Protector's living armor, leech seed, root is so easy to play with. If you don't have any questions, Neil, I'm going to put a check mark on your request. And let me know if let me know if you have any questions to me, or is there anything else that I could help you with? Trent haters. I mean, if you're going to spam heroes like supports, I would suggest go for Ancient Apparition. Ancient Apparition, Lion, Grimstroke is kind of okay. Position 4 though, Nyx Assassin, Mirana, Snapfire, Phoenix, Clockwork is kind of good as well. Finally, there is the notification now. Thanks for the follow. So you're Aya. Okay. I'm Crusader and my core don't even know how to farm. Like, why did you say that they don't know how to farm? Maybe there's no space after all. So now we're good, right? I'm gonna wait for your feedback. Play a game or two, or a day or a two. Dota support, pause for whatever. Let me know if the analysis or the things that I've said to you, especially with the spell usage and the hero priority, is helpful.